So hey guys, here is another hour-long class, and today we are playing with handstands, and I'm super excited to teach this class and share it with you. I love handstands. They've become a huge part of my practice. I've been practicing for I guess 6 or 7 years now, and I've been playing with handstands for the past 5. So handstands is probably one of my favorite poses, if not my favorite pose, and I'm just really excited to share it with you. So we're going to do a lot of movement. We're going to have a lot of fun, and we're just going to give stuff a try today in class. So if you want to move your mat closer to the wall or at the wall so you can do handstands there, go for it, because we will have dedicated time today in class for handstands. I would move any sort of water cups or water bottles out of the way so that way you don't kick them. And then last but not least, I'm sorry about the kind of darker lighting. It's a dark, cloudy day today here in the Blacksburg, and so I don't have a ton of natural light coming in through my beautiful sliding glass door like I normally do. So yeah, but we're going to go ahead and get started. And let's just start in a nice, seated, comfortable position. Closing your eyes and growing your crown of your head up towards that sky. Slowly bringing your attention here onto your mat as you slow down your breath. Begin to forget about your to-do list. Forget about anything that happened before you got onto your mat today. Forgetting about anything that may or may not happen later on. And just bringing your attention right here and right now into your body, to your breath, and onto your mat. And today for our pranayama, we're going to take Kalabati, and we're going to do the heating variation. So you forcefully exhale out through your nose, and the natural inhale happens, or the inhale happens naturally. Let me rephrase that. And you have a quick flicking in and out of your diaphragm as you exhale. So coming into another seated position, if you don't want to take Kalabati in the seated position you come into, go ahead and rest one hand on your belly so that way you can feel your diaphragm flicking in and out, in and out, in and out. If you want to watch to see what it looks like, feel free to. We'll do 2 rounds, both in and out through our noses. So you're more than welcome to watch the first round and participate in the second. Go ahead and take a nice normal breath in and out here. Then inhale up. As you exhale, begin. Three, two, one. Take a nice normal breath in and out here. And it sounded like you were sniffling in and out, or sniffling like a dog there. If you need to take a tissue, wipe off your nose, go ahead. And go ahead and take a nice normal breath again. And then one more. Fill up those lungs. And as you exhale, begin. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, tuck your chin towards your chest here. Lengthening up the back of your neck. And inhale, bring your head back up to neutral. Taking a moment to exhale, and then inhale, reach your hands all the way up towards the sky. Take a big stretch up. As you exhale, pull your hands down to your heart space. Close your eyes if you open them. And take a second here, set an intention for your practice. Maybe think of a mantra or one word to help you move and flow. Or maybe just think about whatever brought you here onto your mat tonight. And keep that in mind throughout class. Let's inhale, so put our hands up towards the sky one more time. As you exhale, bring your hands down to your heart center, sealing in that intention, sealing in your mantra. And keeping your eyes closed, or maybe you open them, go ahead, rock up into a tabletop position here. And I'll rotate around, stacking your hips directly underneath, or directly above your knees here, elbows, wrists, and shoulders stacking one on top of the other. And we're going to start out with a nice simple wrist stretch. So go ahead, point both of your hands towards the long edge of your mat and begin to rock side to side. Good. And then you can continue rocking side to side. Or maybe you point all 5 of your left fingertips back up towards the top of the mat, and you take your right hand and point all 5 of your fingertips towards your right knee here. Good, and you can rock back and forth if your right hand is pointing back towards your knee. And just breathe. Or maybe settle into stillness. You're going to take a big breath in. As you exhale, pick up your right hand, plant your right hand back so that way all 5 fingertips are pointing to the front of your mat. Continue to rock side to side if your hands are towards the side of your mat. Or maybe you take your left hand so all 5 of your fingertips are pointing back towards your left knee and you begin to rock back and forth. Or maybe you settle into that stillness here. And then go ahead and take a breath, and as you exhale, point all 5 of your fingertips back up towards the top of your mat. Let's walk our right hand and left foot, or left hand and right hand. Wow, words forward, the palms with distance, tuck your back toes, lift your knees, downward facing dog we meet. And go ahead and walk your knees out here, bending one knee and then the other. Maybe you sway your hips side to side. Maybe you just settle into stillness, hugging your belly button up and in. Starfishing your hands down on the mat as you actively press all 10 of your fingertips and finger pads down to the mat. And then stay here. Maybe you inhale all the way up onto your tippy toes, and as you exhale, you lower your knees down towards the mat so they're hovering, coming into what I like to call a turbo tabletop and just holding. I think some other people call it bear pose, maybe? I don't really know. We're holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lift your bottom towards the sky. And then inhale all the way onto your tippy toes, and as you exhale, tiptoe all the way up to the top of your mat. Forward fold, we meet. Inhale, halfway, lift, lengthen. Exhale, bow. And then inhale, reverse one dive all the way up to standing, hands coming to touch above your head. As you exhale, pull your hands down to your heart space, Tadasana. Inhale, hands go high. As you exhale, hinge forward and down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway, lift, lengthen. As you exhale, bow forward, put your hands to the mat, step your right leg long back behind you. Right knee is going to fall down onto the earth. Inhale, hands go high. Low classical lunge here. Moving through classical sun sail to start. Take your breath in as you exhale, hinge down, forward, plant your hands to the mat, step your left foot back to meet your right. High plank, knees stay higher, knees go down, low plank. Inhale up, upward facing dog. As you exhale, push your hips back towards the sky. Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. And then inhale, lift your right leg up. As you exhale, pull your right knee in towards your nose, plant your right foot down the mat. Left knee's gonna follow, and inhale, hands go high. Low, classical lunge. Good. Breathing, stretching your sternum up towards the sky. Take a breath in. As you exhale, hinge forward, plant your hands on the mat, tuck your left toes, lift your left knee and step your left forward to the front. Foot forward, front of mat. Inhale, halfway, lift, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Inhale, reverse one dive all the way up to standing, hands coming to touch. As you exhale, hinge forward and down to the mat. Inhale, halfway, lift, lengthen. As you exhale, bow forward, plant your hands down, step your left leg long back behind you, left knee goes down. Inhale, hands go high. Take a big breath in as you exhale, hinge forward and down, planting your hands down, step back, high plank, Vinyasa through. Meet me in downward facing dog. And then inhale, lift your left leg up. As you exhale, pull your left knee towards your nose, plant your left foot down on the mat, right knee follows. Inhale, hands go high. And take a breath in as you exhale, hinge forward and down, plant your hands on the earth, tuck your back toes, lift your right knee, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway, lift, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Inhale, reverse one dive all the way up to standing, hands coming to touch. As you exhale, pull your hands down to your heart space. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge. And then inhale, halfway, lift, lengthen. As you exhale, bow forward, plant your hands on the mat, step your right leg long back behind you, but leave your right knee lifted this time. Modifying our classical sun sail, doing a modified Barkin sun sail here. Hug your belly button up and in. Take a breath in as you exhale, step back, high plank, Vinyasa through. Meet me in downward facing dog. And then inhale, reach your right leg up towards the sky. And as you exhale, pull your right knee towards your nose, plant your right foot down on the mat. Low, runner's lunge. Right hip pulling back, left hip pulling forward. Let's plant our left hand down the mat and inhale, reach your right hand all the way up towards that sky. Taking a low lunge with a twist here, actively pressing your left knee up towards the sky. And you can stay here. This is the pose, or maybe you step your right foot back on top of your left leg and you come into side plank on your left side here. Pressing your hips up towards the sky. Hugging your belly button up and in. Breathing here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, plant your right foot down on the mat. Well, take a breath in as you exhale, windmill your right hand down. Lift your left leg all the way up towards the sky, standing splits. One or both hands come to your ankle, play with balance here. And then inhale, and as you exhale, fold everything forward at the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Inhale, reverse one dive all the way up to standing, hands coming to touch. As you exhale, hinge forward and down towards the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. As you exhale, bow forward, plant your hands down, step your left leg long back behind you, left knee stays lifted, low runner's lunge. Right hip pulls back, left hip pulls forward here. Take a breath in as you exhale, step back, high plank. Single chaturanga. Meet me in downward facing dog. And inhale, reach your left leg up. And as you exhale, pull your left knee in towards your nose, plant your left foot down the mat. Low runner's lunge. Stay here, and as you're ready, plant your right hand down and reach your left hand all the way up. Twisting here. Pulling your right knee up towards the sky as you pull your left hip back, right hip forward. And you can stay here. Take off my headband because it's already falling off. We haven't even really started class. Stay here or step back to your side plank. Right hand's down on the earth here as you reach your left hand all the way up towards that sky. Hugging your belly button up and in and balancing. Good. Pressing your hips up. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, step your left foot up to meet to the top of your mat. Low runner's lunge. And then go ahead and windmill your left hand down and reach your right leg all the way towards the sky. Standing splits. One or both hands coming to your ankle to play with balance here. And then inhale as you exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway, lift, lengthen. Exhale out. Inhale, reverse one eye all the way to standing, hands coming to touch. As you exhale, pull your hands down to your heart. And then inhale, reach. Exhale, bow. Inhale, halfway, lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, halfway, lift, lengthen. As you exhale, put your hands down the mat. Good, and we're going to play with some wrist work here. And take a breath in, and your hands are about 6-7 inches away from your feet here. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, rock all the way up onto your toe tips, rocking your weight forward. Shoulders come past your wrists. And then bring your heels back down towards the mat. Let's do that 5 more times. Inhale, rock forward, press your hands down. Exhale, come back. 4 more. Inhale, rocking forward, pressing your hands down, rolling up onto your tippy toes. Exhale, come back. 3 left. Inhale, rock forward. Lift your hips up a little bit as you come up onto your tippy toes. Exhale, back down. Inhale, rock up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, come down. Last one. Inhale, rock forward. Let's hold here with our tippy toes. On our tippy toes for 5. Yeah, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your heels back down towards the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. As you exhale, fold forward, plant your hands on the mat. Step or float back. I encourage you to float back since we're working on handstands today. Make your way through an actual vinyasa. Meet me in your downward facing dog. Good. Adding on, moving on. Inhale, reach your right leg all the way towards the sky. Take a big breath in as you exhale, pull your right knee towards your right elbow. Inhale and exhale, extend it back. Inhale and exhale, bring your right knee towards your nose. Take a breath in as you exhale, extend it back towards the sky. Inhale and exhale, right knee, left elbow, take a breath in. Exhale, extend it back. Inhale and exhale, right knee back to your left elbow. Take a breath in. Exhale, extend it back. Inhale, pull your right knee in towards your nose. Exhale, extend it back. Inhale, right knee to your right elbow. Take a breath in. As you exhale, extend it back. And then inhale, and as you exhale, pull your right knee in towards your nose. Extend your right leg out and over towards the left side of your mat. IT band stretch here. We're going to do a lot of stuff with proprioception today. And a lot of hamstring straightening. And a lot with our IT band. So that's why we're here. Staying tucked in your left toes. And then inhale, press into your palms, lift your hips up as you exhale, plant your right hand into towards midline, pull your right foot underneath your left leg, side plank, right hand is down on the mat. How cool, how fun, right? Pressing your hips up here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift your left leg all the way up towards the sky. Star variations for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, step your left foot to the top of your mat. Low lunge with a twist, taking a big breath in. As you exhale, windmill your left hand down the mat. Reach your right leg all the way up towards the sky. Inhaling in. As you exhale, step your right foot forward to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, hands go high, hips go low. Utkatasana, chair pose. Walking your feet in here so that way your big toes are touching. Thighs are glued together. Good. Weights in your heels for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lower your knees all the way down to the mat here. Toes stand. Hands can rest by your sides, on the earth if you need to. Or bring them up towards your heart space, growing the crown of your head up towards the sky, hugging your belly button up and in for 3, 2, 1. Take your hands out in front of you and slowly lower your hips down onto the earth. Lift your feet up off the ground, boat pose. Good, holding here. Nice straight spine, hands out in front of you or resting on the mat, your choice. For 3, 2, 1. Stay here if you have any sort of lower back problem. But if you're coming with me, let's lower down to canoe. Keeping your shoulders lifted up off the earth, keeping your thighs lifted up off the earth. And let's bring our hands into a fist. And then expand our fingertips back out, jazz hands. Bring them in, extend them out. Bring them in, extend them out. Bring them in, extend them out. And do this on rapid fire. The in and outs with our hands. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a breath in as you exhale. Pull yourself up to your canoe. Hands are normal. Take a breath in as you exhale, or boat pose. Exhale, lower back down to canoe. Canoe, boat crunches. Inhale, rise up. My bad. Exhale, lower. Come up. Lower down. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Bring it up. Lower it down. 4 lift. Bring it up. Lower it down. 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 Last one for fun. Bring it up. Lower it down. And hold here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Lift your legs all the way up towards the sky. Hands rest down by your sides, or you can take your hands underneath your bottom for support. Let's point our toes. Flex your feet. Lower down 6 inches. Point. Flex. Lower down 6 inches. Point. Flex. Lower down 6. Point your toes. Flex your feet. Lower down so they're hovering. And then point your toes. Flex your feet. Scissor kick. Left over right. Right over left for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Point your toes. Flex your feet. Rise your feet up 6 inches. Point. Flex. Lift 6. Point your toes. Flex your feet. Lift 6 inches up towards the sky. Then point your toes. Flex your feet. And as you exhale, lower, or take your hands up towards the sky, excuse me. And then inhale, and as you exhale, lower your arms and legs down towards the mat. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, lower everything down towards the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Lift. Lower. 3 more. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift up. Lower down. Lift up. Lower down and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Release down onto your mat. Take a second here. And then as you're ready, just roll over onto your belly. No fancy rocking and rolling here. Let's take our hands directly underneath our shoulders, tuck our toes, lift our knees, take a breath in as you exhale, reverse push up towards the sky. Inhale and exhale, lower down to low plank. Inhale, come back up, high plank, yep. Exhale, lower down, low plank. Inhale, up, high plank, yep. Exhale, lower down, low plank. Oops, 2 more just like that. Inhale, come up, knees going down if you need to. Exhale, lower, whoop. Inhale, up, high plank. Exhale, lower down, low plank. And then inhale, up, upward facing dog. Exhale, push your hips up towards the sky. Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. Why I just made us do push-ups, I have no idea. But we did it, we conquered it, and that's what matters. Then go ahead, inhale, lift your left leg up. As you exhale, take your left knee in towards your nose. Taking a breath in as you exhale, extend it up. Inhale and exhale, left knee to the left elbow. Take a breath in. As you exhale, extend it out. Inhale and exhale, left knee to the left, or right elbow. Excuse me. Take a breath in as you exhale, extend it out. Inhale and exhale, bring that left knee back to the right elbow. Take a breath in as you exhale, extend it up. Inhale, bring your left knee towards your nose. Exhale, extend it up. Inhale and bring your left knee to your left elbow. Take a breath in. As you exhale, extend it out. And then inhale, and as you exhale, pull your left knee in towards your nose. Extend it out over towards the right. IT band stretch here. Lower your hips down towards the mat. Hug your belly button up and in. Keep those right toes tucked. Whew. For 3, 2, 1. Inhale, press into your hands, lift up that hip of yours. Pull your left hand into midline. Take your left hand underneath your right and reach your right hand all the way up towards the sky here. Side plank, hugging your belly button up and in. Good. And then go ahead and lift your right leg up. Star plank. Right hand lifts up towards the sky for 5. You got this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, pull your right knee back up towards the front of your mat. Plant your right foot down on the mat. Low lunge with a twist, taking a breath in. As you exhale, windmill your right hand down to the mat. Lift your left leg all the way up towards the sky. Standing splits. And then inhale, and as you exhale, take your left foot down towards the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, bow. And then inhale, hands go high, hips go low. Utkatasana, chair pose. Again, hugging that belly button up and in. For 3, 2, 1. Bring your toes together if you aren't ready, and let's lower our knees down towards the mat. Toes stand, hands stay higher, and hands come down to your heart, or they can rest on that mat. For 3, 2, I want to take your hands out in front of you, lower your hips back down towards the mat, boat pose. Holding. Maybe straighten out your legs here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lower down canoe. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let your shoulders release down on the mat. Pull your knees in. Don't hug your knees in. Just bring your knees parallel with your chest. Take your hands down by your ankles. Take a breath in as you exhale. Extend your arms and legs out long. Inhale, pull everything back in. Exhale, out long. Inhale in. Exhale, extend. Inhale in. Exhale, extend. Bring it in. Take it out. Bring it in. Take it out. Bring it in. Take it out. 3 more. Bring it in. Take it out. Bring it in. Take it out. Bring it in. Take it out. Bring it in. Last one. Exhale, take it out. 1 more for fun. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, take it out. And then inhale, bring your knees back in. Plant your hands down the mat. And as you exhale, lift your hips and your lower back off the mat. And inhale, relax. Exhale, lift. Inhale, relax. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, relax. Lift. Lower. Lift up. Lower down. Working these deep core muscles. Lift up. Lower down. 3 more. Lift up. Lower down. 2 more. Lift up. Lower down. Last one. Lift up. Lower down. Good. Then go ahead, extend everything out long on your mat. Take a big breath in, big good morning stretch. And then as you're ready, roll over onto your belly again. Good. Plant your hands directly underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees, take a breath in as you exhale. Rise up, high plank. Inhale and exhale, lower down, low plank. Rise up, high plank as you inhale in. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up. Taking your knees down, exhale, lower down, low plank. 3 more. Up, you got this. Lower. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Last one. Exhale, lower, and then inhale up, upward facing dog. Exhale, take it back. Adho Mukha Shavasana. Skonasana. Or whatever. Adho Mukha. Downward facing dog. Go ahead, bend one knee and then the other here. Taking 3 breaths for yourself in down dog. Maybe dolphin. Maybe child's pose. Just going wherever your body needs to go right here and right now. 2 more breaths. Last breath. Take an inhale in. Exhale, side out. And then inhale, reach your right leg all the way up towards the sky. Taking a breath in as you exhale, pull your right knee towards your right elbow. Inhale, extend back. Exhale, right knee in towards your nose. Inhale, back. Exhale, bring it to the left elbow. Inhale, out. Exhale, back to the left elbow. Inhale, extend that leg out. Exhale, pull your right knee in towards your nose. Exhale, extend it out. And then inhale and exhale, right knee to your right elbow. Take a breath in as you exhale, extend it out. And then inhale and as you exhale, pull your right knee towards your nose. Plant your right foot down on the mat. Windmill up and open. Warrior 2. Sinking down into your legs here, hugging your belly button up and in. Your feet are in heel to arch alignment, and this back foot's between 45 degrees and 90. And then inhale as you exhale, hinge forward and down. Take your right hand into the inside of your right foot. And inhale, rise up. Exhale, tilt back, reverse radiant warrior. Inhale, hinge all the way forward and down. Extended side angle. Exhale, come back up. Warrior 2. Inhale, take it back. Reverse warrior. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, come up, warrior 2. Exhale, reverse it back. Inhale, hinge all the way down and forward, extended side angle. Exhale, come back up, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse it back. As you exhale, extend all the way forward and down. Extended side angle to hold here. Right hand resting on the inside of your right foot. And you can stay here if you wish, or if you want to take a half or a full bind, you're more than welcome to. Your practice, your choice. And then go ahead, take a breath in, and as you exhale, wiggle both hands down to the mat. Lift your right foot all the way up towards the sky. Stack your hips, bend your right knee here. And take circles at whatever joint you need to, because we forgot to do this before we hit warrior 2, so we're going to do it now. And breathe. And then go ahead, inhale, and straighten out your right leg as you exhale. Pull that right knee back in towards your nose. Plant that right foot down the mat. Warrior 2, pull yourself up and open. Good. And then go ahead, inhale, straighten out your right leg as you exhale. Pivot your right toes to face the right top corner of your mat. Pivot your left toes to face the left back corner of your mat. And drop your hips down. We're in goddess pose. Heels pointing inwards here. Hands resting at your heart space. And you can stay here. Or bring your hands behind your back and behind your head. Interlacing them. And you can stay here, or if you want, you can take some crunches here. So inhale, bring your right elbow towards your right thigh, and exhale, come back up. Inhale to the left, exhale up, right, midline, left, midline, right, midline, left, midline. You got this. Take it to the right, bring it back up. Take it to the left, bring it back up. Right, up, left, up, right, up, left, up. 2 more each side. Take it to the right, bring it back up. Take it to the left, bring it back up. To the right, up, to the left, up. And then inhale, bring your hands out towards a T. And as you exhale, use your right arm to pull you up and around towards a high lunge at the back of your mat. Good. And then go ahead and take a big breath in as you exhale. Pull your right knee up towards the sky. Drip your right ankle over your left thigh and drop your hips down into a figure 4 chair here. Hugging your belly button up and in. Breathe in. For 3, 2, 1. Begin to straighten out your left leg. Pull your right knee up and in. Taking a breath in as you exhale. Extend your right leg back behind you. Warrior 3. Hands resting down on the mat if you wish, or you can keep them lifted. I'm going to skate back on my mat a little bit so I can stay in frame. We're holding our warrior 3 here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, pull your right knee in towards your nose. Extend your right leg out in front of you. Or right knee can stay bent, your choice. Taking a breath as you exhale. Hike up your left hip. Begin to drift your right leg straight behind you back towards your warrior 3. Trying to keep your right leg long the entire time. Inhale as you exhale. Come back to neutral. Keeping your right leg long before you pull it up. Good. Take a breath in as you exhale. Begin to tilt back. And then inhale, come up. Let's do that 3 more times. If you're confused by what I mean by keeping your right leg straight the entire time, pause here and watch. As you begin to drift back, your right leg stays long. It's not touching the mat. You hinge back towards your warrior 3. And then you inhale and you come all the way back up. Right leg stays long, doesn't touch the earth, and you bring it up. Exhale, hinge back. Inhale, back up. I didn't really cue that super great the first time. So go ahead, exhale, take it back for the last one. And then inhale, bring it up towards midline. Good, so that entire time here, go ahead and rebend your right knee. Take your right leg out and over towards a hanging tree, so it's coming out of your hip joint at a 90-degree angle. But that entire time there, our right leg was perfectly straight, okay? And you can stay here, taking a breath in, or if you wish. As you exhale, begin to cross your right knee behind your left leg, extending your right leg out, coming into Kundalini descent, and inhale, come up. And if you want to watch, go ahead, I'll turn towards the camera. Taking a breath in as you exhale, Kundalini descent. Hands can touch down on the mat for extra support if you want. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, descend, extending your right leg out. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up. And then go ahead, exhale, lower down, planting your right hand down. And you can stay here, right leg extended out, or you can take your left hand to your right foot, coming into a baby grasshopper pose here. Breathing for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, slowly come out of the pose, pulling your right knee back up towards the sky. And then go ahead, pull it in towards midline. Begin to hinge forward, extending your right leg out behind you, and plant your hands down on the mat, supported warrior 3. And then pull that right leg all the way up towards the sky. Standing splits. And now you can stay here if you wish, or if you want to take handstand hops, let's do it. And if you want to do TikTok, which is a drill, not the social media app, but it's a handstand drill. When you get to it in 2 rounds, or next round on the right, I strongly suggest you do it here because it's just an amped up version of handstand hops. And so from our standing splits, let's go ahead, bend our left knee, take a breath in as you exhale, kick with your left foot, jumping up towards the sky, your right foot follows. Coming back towards the mat, take a breath in as you exhale, jump off of your left foot, kick your right foot up to the air. Maybe get some hang time, or maybe immediately come down. Let's take 3 more handstand hops here. Going as fast or as slow as you wish. Trying to get those hips stacking above your shoulders. That's the sweet spot of balance. Good. And then when you're done, just meet me in a forward fold at the top of your mat. And then inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Do that one more time. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. And as you exhale, bow forward, plant your hands on the mat. Step or float back. Meet me in downward facing dog. Optional Vinyasa along the way. And like I said, since we're working on handstand today, I 10 out of 10 recommend that you do the float back, landing with bent elbows. And then go ahead, inhale, lift your left leg up, and as you exhale, stack your left hip here, bending your left knee. Open hip, three-legged dog, taking circles of whatever joint you need to. Ankle, hip, knee, thigh, your choice. And then go ahead and inhale, straighten out your left leg. As you exhale, pull your left knee in towards your nose, taking a breath in. Exhale, extend it back. Inhale and exhale, left knee, left elbow, take a breath in. Exhale, extend it back. Inhale and exhale, bring it over to the right elbow. Taking a breath in. Exhale, extend it back. Inhale, bring that left knee to the right elbow. Exhale, back. Inhale to the nose. Exhale, back. Inhale to the elbow, left elbow. Exhale, back. And then inhale, pull your left knee towards your nose. As you exhale, plant that left foot down that and pivot yourself up and open. Warrior two. Feet are in that heel to track alignment here as you gaze out over your front hand. Hugging that belly button up and in. Arms are one long straight line of energy here. And then inhale, and as you exhale, hinge down, forward. Extended side angle. Take a breath, and as you exhale, take it all the way back. Warrior two. Forgot, and then inhale and exhale, take it back. Reverse radiant warrior. Inhale and exhale all the way down to the mat. Inhale, back up, warrior two. Exhale, take it back, reverse radiant warrior. Inhale, float it all the way down to the mat. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse radiant warrior. Exhale, all the way down to the mat. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, take it back. Reverse radiant warrior. Inhale, all the way down to the mat, extended side angle. Exhale, bring it up. Inhale, reverse radiant warrior. And as you exhale, hinge all the way forward and down here, extended side angle. Good. And same option as last time to rest here. Maybe take a half or a full bind, your choice. Stretching out your shoulders and breathing. Gazing down towards your left foot or up towards the sky, it's your choice. Hugging your belly button up in the entire time and actively pressing that right hip down towards the mat to lower your body just a little bit here. Breathing for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come back up, warrior two. And as you exhale, straighten out your left leg. Point all 5 of your left toes towards the left front corner of your mat. All 5 of your right toes go to the right back corner of your mat. Sink your hips down towards the mat, heels in towards midline. Goddess pose. Good. And in this goddess pose, you have 3 options, okay? You can do the crunches we did last time. You can hang out here, hands at your heart. Or if you want to bring out your arms to field goals, you're more than welcome to. And take a breath, and as you exhale, pull your elbows into midline. So they're about 6 inches apart, and exhale, open up. Inhale, bring them in. Exhale, take it back. Inhale in. Exhale, back. Bring it in. Take it back. Bring it in. Take it back. Bring it in. Take it back. 4 more. Crunch in. Take it out. Bring it in. Take it out. 2 more of these rhomboids. Bring it in. Take it out. And I like to call them as rhomboid crunches. Bring it in. Take it out. Last one for fun. Bring it in. Take it out. And then inhale. We'll all bring our arms out to a T. And as you exhale, use your left hand to pull you up and around towards a high lunge at the front of your mat. Good. And then go ahead and take a big breath. And as you exhale, pull your left knee up towards the sky. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. And lower your hips down towards that mat here. Coming into your figure 4 chair. And just breathe. And then go ahead and take a breath. And as you exhale, slightly extend out your right leg. Take your left leg back behind you. Warrior 3. And again, I'm going to readjust on my mat. So I stay in frame. Hugging your belly button up and in. Bring your body parallel and your left leg parallel with the mat so they're one long straight line. Then inhale, and as you exhale, begin to pull your left knee in towards your chest as you extend your left leg out in front of you. Good. Same thing that we did last time with the left leg long, back to the warrior 3. Okay, keeping your left leg straight the entire time. Take a breath, and as you exhale, begin to lower your left foot down towards the mat so it doesn't hit the floor. Hinge forward, warrior 3. Inhale, bring it all the way back up with that left leg lifted. And as you exhale, take it back. Hands can rest on the mat for balance. Inhale, bring that left leg up. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, take it back. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, rock up. Exhale, hinge back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hinge back. And then inhale, come up with control here, wobbling a little bit if you need to. Exhale, take it back. Hands can rest on the mat if you need to. And then inhale, bring that left leg all the way out towards the sky. And as you exhale, bend your left knee and bring your left leg out towards 90 degrees, hanging tree. Good. Now I'll rotate around again so you can see me. And again, option to stay here. Or if you wish, begin to take a breath, and as you exhale, cross your left knee behind your right leg. Kundalini descent, extending out your left leg. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, kundalini descent down again. Your hands can touch on the mat if you need to. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower down. Bring it up, lower down. And then inhale, rise up. As you exhale, lower down, planting your left hand down on the mat, staying here, keeping your right leg lifted, or left leg lifted, excuse me. Take your right hand to your left foot. Baby grasshopper here, gazing out over towards that left foot and your right hand for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, slowly come out of the pose, meaning me back with that left leg lifted in that hanging tree. Then inhale, bring your left knee forward. As you exhale, begin to hinge forward and down, planting your hands on the mat, modified warrior 3, standing on, then lift your left leg all the way up towards the sky. Standing splits. And again, option to stay here, or if you want to take those handstand hops, let's do it. Bending your right knee, jumping off your right leg here and kicking your left leg up. Good. Trying to get your hips to stack directly underneath your shoulders. And press your hands down into the mat before you even kick up. Activate your arms. It's going to help you stay steady up on your hands here. 3 more kicks before we all meet in our forward fold. If you get hang time, awesome. If you don't, that's fine too. And if you fall, I give you extra points for that, because that means you tried. And you didn't hurt yourself when you fell. Meet me in forward fold. And then inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. As you exhale, bow forward, plant your hands on the mat. Step or float back. Optional Vanasa. Meet me in downward facing dog. Good. Now all that nonsense we just did is our base flow. And we're going to add on some fun, funky movements along the way now. So inhale, reach your right leg up towards the sky. As you exhale, stack your hips, bend your right knee. Stay here or flip your dog, if that would serve you. Slowing down your heart rate here. For 3, 2, 1. Exhale, come back around if you flipped. We'll inhale, extend our right leg long. And as you exhale, pull your right knee in towards your nose. Plant your right foot down the mat. Pull yourself up and open. Warrior 2. And then inhale and exhale, take it back. Reverse radiant warrior. Exhale all the way down, extended side angle. Inhale, back up, warrior 2. Exhale, reverse. Inhale to the mat. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse it. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale up, warrior 2. Exhale, take it back, extended side angle. And then inhale all the way forward and down. Or reverse warrior, excuse me. And then bring it all the way forward and down, extended side angle. Good. Coming into your variation of extended side angle here, you can take a half bind or a full bind with your arms, or maybe just take some big guitar hero swings here. Doing what's best for your body. Before you settle into stillness. And then go ahead and take a breath in. As you exhale, straighten out your right leg, pull yourself up. And then just go ahead, pivot all the way around to the back of your mat. Skipping your goddess pose, because we're about to give our quads and our thighs a lot of work here. So take a breath in. As you exhale, pull your right knee up towards the sky. Cross your right ankle over your right thigh, or left thigh, excuse me, and lower your hips down. I'm messing up on my lefts and rights because I'm so excited for this little bit of sequence we're about to do, guys. So we're gonna take a breath in. As you exhale, take it back to warrior 3. As little movement as possible. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, pull your right knee back in towards your chest. Meet me back in your figure 4 chair. Going back and forth between figure 4 chair here and our warrior 3. Take a breath in. As you exhale, take it back, warrior 3. Inhale, meet me back in your figure 4 chair. Good, moving slow and controlled. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, bring it in, figure 4 chair. You got this, 3 more. Exhale, take it back. Warrior 3. Inhale, bring it in, figure 4 chair. 2 more. Exhale, take it back, warrior 3. Inhale in, figure 4 chair. Exhale, take it back, warrior 3. Inhale, bring it in, figure 4 chair. Last one, because I lost count. Inhale, back, warrior 3. Exhale, bring it in, figure 4 chair. And then take a breath in. As you exhale, extend your right leg back and hold here, bringing your hands down on the mat for a supported warrior 3. Good, and rest here, hands down, or maybe your hands lift up if you want the extra challenge here. Just know we're using this point in class, this pose in class, as a rest point, because things are about to get a little bit more fiery. Good, and then take a big breath in. As you exhale, pull your right knee up towards the sky and extend your right leg out. Now what we did last time when we took this right leg long back behind us to a warrior three was a modified tick-tock. So hold here, I know, but watch what I'm about to do. You're gonna take a breath in. As you exhale, you're gonna take your right leg all the way back behind you, and as you hinge forward, you're gonna plant your hands down, and you're gonna kick up. Left foot plants, and you're gonna inhale, lift your right leg all the way back up in front of you. Here it goes again. If you're ready, let's go. But if you wanna watch again, right leg straight out in front of you, take a breath in. As you exhale, begin to extend it back, warrior three. Plant your hands down, support warrior three. Kick up your left leg into the air. Handstand hop. Left leg lands, right leg back in front of you. Let's do that 5 times. Coming into what's called a tick-tock drill. Or that's what I like to affectionately call it. Knowing the faster that you go, the more momentum you're going to build, which can either be a good or a bad thing. Momentum can help you get up, but also if you don't know how to control it, it means you're going to fall. I have 2 more if you're coming with me. Because again, I lost count. This is just a drill to help you get upside down on your hands. Good. Then when you're done, meet me with your right leg out in front of you. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, bring your right hand leg down onto the mat and inhale, reach your hands up towards the sky. Exhale, pull your hands down to your heart space. Raising the back of your mat, close your eyes here. Tadasana. Reconnect to your breath. Reconnect to your intention. Let that side go. Let your standing practice thus far go. Pausing. And then inhale, lift your hands up. As you exhale, hinge forward and down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. As you exhale, bow forward, plant your hands to the mat, step or float back through your vinyasa. Meet me in downward facing dog. And then go ahead and inhale, lift your left leg up. And as you exhale, stack your hips here, bend your left knee. Stay here or flip your dog. You did so on the other side, flip it again here. Lifting your hips up towards the sky. Taking your left hand long back behind you. Then holding for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, rotate all the way back around, reaching your left leg up towards the sky. Taking your breath in. As you exhale, pull that left knee in. Plant that left foot down. Warrior 2. Taking your time here to set up the pose. Let's take a breath in. As you exhale, hinge forward and down. Extend a side angle. Inhale all the way back, reverse, warrior 2. Exhale, take it back. Again, I got really excited there for what's coming next. Inhale all the way forward and down. Exhale, come back up, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse it back. Exhale, tilt down towards the mat. Extended side angle. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, reverse it back. Inhale, down to your mat. And as you exhale, come back. Inhale, reverse it back. And as you exhale, take it all the way down to your mat and hold here. Good. And again, half a full bind here in your extended side angle, tucking your right hip underneath you as you press it down towards the mat. Or maybe you begin to take those big guitar hero circles again. Going up and around just a few times. And as you're ready, settle into stillness. Settle into your final variation of the pose. And then go ahead and take a big breath, and as you exhale, pull yourself back up, warrior 2. Inhale, straighten out that left leg, and then just pivot around to the back of your mat. Good. Then take a breath, and as you exhale, pull your left knee up towards the sky, hands under rest at your heart, cross your left ankle over your right thigh here. Lowering your hips down towards the mat. Take a breath in. As you exhale, lift up your left knee, extend it back, warrior 3. Inhale, pull that left knee in, cross your left ankle over your right thigh, taking a breath in. As you exhale, take it back. Figure 4 chair to warrior 3 transition. You got this. Meet me in your figure 4 chair, taking a breath in. Exhale, extend it back, warrior 3. Inhale, figure 4 chair. Exhale, warrior 3. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, take it back. Let's do 2 more of these. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, take it back. Last one. Bring it in. And then exhale, take it back. Take your hands down towards the mat, supported warrior 3. And again, use this position, this pose, as a resting point. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, pull that left knee up towards the sky. So same thing we did last time, we're doing that tick-tock. So again, you can watch me. If you're ready to go, let's do it. Let's take a breath in. As you exhale, begin to hinge forward, planting your hands down the mat. Warrior 3, supported warrior 3, kick your right leg up. Bring it down to the mat, bring it out in front of you. Inhale as you exhale. Kick your left leg back, bring your hands on the mat. Supported warrior 3. Bend your right knee, kick up. Come down. That's basically what it is. It's kicking this left leg out in front of us, kicking it back behind us so we come into a supported warrior 3, and then just jumping off of our right leg. Before it comes back down towards the mat, you kick it out in front of you. Let's do 5 more. Going at your own rate here. Being really deliberate in how you set up your hands. And really trying to get those hips stacking above your heels. Or not your heels. Your shoulders. I think your hips are stacking above your heels. You're just standing there, or you've fallen on into some weird knot on the floor. And it's okay if these are not your best kick-ups. We've done a lot today in class. This is also a new and awkward drill. I'm going to do one more for clarity. And then let's all meet in a forward fold. But if you keep on doing this TikTok drill, go for it. I'm going to go to inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. As you exhale, simply plant your hands down on the mat. Step your feet back behind you, high plank. Bring your knees down to the earth. Push your hips back towards your heels. Child's pose. Taking a few breaths here to slow down your heart rate, to reconnect to that intention. To thank yourself for your standing series and everything you've been able to do today. And then as you're ready, go ahead and walk your hands back up towards your knees so you're coming to sit on your heels, and then swing your legs out in front of you. And from here, we're going to have time to play with handstands. One thing, going back to the TikTok drill, like I said, if those are not your prettiest kicks, that's fine. There's a lot of movement going on in that pose and in that drill. There's a lot to focus on. So if those aren't your prettiest kick-ups, that's totally fine. If you go back and watch mine or you saw mine, some of those were not pretty, and I knew that. But you know what? I was just proud of myself for kicking up and giving it a whirl, even though I knew it wasn't going to be my best shot, okay? And that's something to keep in mind with all handstands is, you know, sometimes when you immediately kick up, you can just kind of tell, like, this isn't going to be good. Embrace it, you know? Use it as a learning point. Reflect on what you did wrong in that kick up or when you got into the pose, and note that that's not something you want to do again, right? But yeah, so today for drill, if you're at the wall, feel free to do handstand hops at the wall, or feel free just to do a long hold at the wall. And if you want to do that, you're more than welcome to. We'll probably play for like 2 or 3 minutes, and I'm just going to offer handstand hops. Because I feel like they're a really good way to train handstands and to get that alignment. Because alignment is what it's about when it comes to handstands. So in a handstand, you want your wrists stacking directly underneath your elbows, which you're stacking directly underneath your shoulders. So your elbows, wrists, and shoulders, one long line. And then your back's nice and straight in a perfect roll. And your hips are stacking directly above your shoulders. So it's like one long straight line all the way up. And then unless you're trying to do something fancy with your back and fancy with your legs are straight up too. So you should be a perfectly straight line in the air. But if you're trying to obviously do scorpion or some sort of hollow back or splits or something, your legs can be a little bit different. So that's like the perfect handstand. It's perfectly straight up in the air. But I liked to do when I first started out, and I still like to do, I feel like I had the most balance when my legs are in stag legs. So I have one leg straight up towards the sky and the other knee's bent. And that's how my body likes to balance. But you have to figure out what your body likes to balance, and the only way to figure that out, and by balance I mean balancing on your hands obviously and staying nice and straight up and stable, is to practice, practice, practice. Okay? And so that's what the hops are for, is to kind of play with different leg variations and also to get used to being up on your hands. So I'm going to start with my left leg down, and I'm going to reach my right leg up towards the sky, like we did in a standing split. That's my favorite way to take a hop. If you would rather take your left foot like 2 feet back behind your hands, you're more than welcome to. And like I said, in standing split, I'll break it down a little bit better here. All you got to do is bend your left knee, come up onto your left tippy toes, and your right leg can stay up towards the sky, or can come a little bit closer to the 90 degrees, or it can come all the way down so it's just hovering up off the mat. You're going to take a breath in, bending that left knee, and as you exhale, you just hop up with that left leg, and your right leg kicks up, okay? So you hop with one leg, trying to get your hips to stack directly above your shoulders here. So it's a little flick back in your hips, and it's a little bit of transfer in your legs. And the closer that this left foot or your base foot is to your hands, the shorter distance that your hips have to move, so they're stacking. So just keep that in mind. That's like why when you're hopping up from a down dog to a handstand, your hips have like a huge amount that they have to travel compared to when you're doing a handstand hop, or if you're hopping up from a forward fold into a handstand. Okay, so go ahead, take a few handstand hops here on your left. If you haven't already started hopping and playing. If you get great airtime, that's awesome. Good for you. If you fall out, you learn how to fall, which is so important. Okay? Learning how to fall out of handstands is one of the key things, to be honest, to land safely so you don't get hurt. Good. If you want to keep on playing with your left, you're more than welcome to, but if you want to switch over to the right, let's switch over. Again, playing your hands down the mat, playing with your foot either 2 feet away or 6 inches away or anywhere in between. I encourage you to play with that. Figure out what your perfect kicking distance is. And again, press your hands down to the mat before you even bend that right knee. And then jump off the mat with your right leg. Some people like to have a little give in their elbows so their arms aren't so rigid. And once you get used to balancing up on your hands and you're getting longer hold times, I totally encourage you to have a little bit of a bend, or to start out with perfectly straight arms and then add that little bit of a bend, because it gives you more pliable, or a little bit more pliableness in your elbows and in your arms, which allows you to deal with the wiggles and the wobbles. I almost combine those two words, the wiggles and the wobbles of handstands a little bit better. And it also allows you to power push your hands into the mat to gain a little bit more stability. And go ahead, play here with hops for another minute or two. And if you're at the wall, come down. Actually, not another minute or two, about another 30 seconds, so that way we can begin to bring class down. And as always, if you want to keep on playing, go for it. My one of my top 10 tips, or top 5 really, tips for handstand is to keep on practicing. It takes so much practice to get a handstand because there's so many little things you got to figure out. And go ahead and make your way to child's pose, and I'll keep on giving this tip. So that way you can reverse the blood flow, cool down a little bit. But practice is so important. Reps are so important when it comes to handstand because you got to learn all the little nuances of the pose and of your body. You got to figure out, how does the pose feel in my body? That's why I encourage people who are just first starting out to start at the wall. So you can figure out what it feels like just to stand on your hands, just to be on your hands and not have to worry about falling anywhere. And then once you move away from the wall, it's like, okay, how do I stand on my hands? How does the pose feel? How do I get everything to stack? How do I not fall to the left? How do I not fall to the right? How do I get my tailbone tucked exactly so that way my hips are directly above my shoulders and my legs are straight up towards the sky and my back is flat? How do I deal with the wiggles and wobbles? Should my hands be glued down so that like palms pressing down on the mat? Should my palms be a little bit cupped? Like how much pressure should I have in my fingertips? How far should I be engaging up my legs? Am I pulling up my belly button? Like that was a lot of stuff that I just threw at you, right? A lot of like really random things that you need to be thinking about. Go ahead, walk your hands back up towards your shoulders here. Coming out of your child pose, rock up onto your hands and knees and meet me in tabletop. And then inhale, reach your right hand up towards the sky. And as you exhale, bend into your left arm and extend your right arm out and over towards the left, bringing your right ear down onto the mat, coming in to your thread the needle. And you can stay here with your left hand playing on the mat, or you can lift your left hand up and around for your right hip crease. And I went ahead and cued that pose so you can hold it for a little bit, and I can still like talk about my little tangent. So before I cued you through this, getting into your thread the needle, I listed off all those things that you kind of need to think about along the way when you're working to handstand, so that way you eventually meet to the spot where you're like, yeah, I'm here, I'm on my hands, this is cool and balancing. And that's why repetition is so important. So that way with every rep, you can focus on something different, a different question, right? Because in handstand, you should be engaging all the way up to your toe tips. So that way you don't wiggle wobble side to side. You need to have a super strong core and keep your core engaged. So that way, again, you don't wiggle wobble side to side. Go ahead, take a breath in as you exhale, slowly unwind, reaching your right hand all the way up before you bring it down to the mat. And then inhale, reach your left hand up. And as you exhale, bend into your right elbow, extend your left arm out and over towards the right. Left ear comes to rest on the mat, coming into your thread the needle. And so that, like I said, I can't stress enough how important it is to just rep it out. Just do handstands daily if you can. Just do the different drills. Do TikToks, do hops, go to the wall, and just hold a handstand at the wall for a minute, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, as long as you can. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that you're getting the reps in and you're figuring out the integrity of the pose in your body. Because at the end of the day, all the drills and all the tips and tricks that I give you are the drills and tips and tricks that have worked for me. And at the end of the day, you have to figure out which works best for your body. Because every body, like two different words, or each individual body is different than everyone else's. So just keep that in mind. Also, handstands is not something that typically happens overnight for people. It's taken me 5 years to get to where I'm at on my mat. And I just started playing with the press. And that's a puppy press. I can't do the full on 2 feet on press yet. You know, and so don't let what you see on social media, people who just like overnight got a handstand, discourage you. Like, those people have some sort of natural muscle distribution and muscle strength, and probably a difference in their type 1 to type 2 ratio than you do. That makes it a little bit easier for them to instantly come into a handstand. And then go ahead, unravel your way out of your thread the needle, and go ahead, lay your body out on your mat here. And we're going to take a pretty intense shoulder opener and then take our final Shavasana. So bring your arms out to a T. And what we're gonna do is leave our left arm planted and left hand planted out on the mat. Or actually tuck your left hand, excuse me. Keep your right hand planted on the mat. And begin to roll your body weight over onto your right hip. Here. Flip your right palm up towards the sky. And left palm can stay here on the mat, or you can lift your left palm up and around. So it goes for your hips. You can even reach your left hand back for your right hand if you want an even more intense stretch. You can always plant your left foot down on the mat here to get a little bit of a hip stretch, and it's on the side of your left hand. Or you can always plant your left hand back behind your right foot for an even deeper stretch. But being mindful here of your shoulder, of your rotator cuff, of your labrum in your shoulder. This is not one of those stretches that you want to go till you feel like pain. This is one of those stretches that you have to be really mindful for. Look for a nice, gentle, easy stretch. Then go ahead, take a breath in as you exhale. Slowly unwind, coming back onto your belly. And then go ahead, tent your right fingertips and roll over onto your left hip here. Hips stacking one on top of the other. Always the option to reach your right hand up and around for your hips and your back, or reach it up and around for your left hand here. But just breathe in this deep stretch. And then go ahead, take a big inhale in. And as you exhale, slowly unwind, coming to lay here on your belly. Feel free to roll over onto your back if you want to take final Shavasana here on your back, but this is where we've landed in our final Shavasana. If there's any other poses you wish to take along the way, shoulder stretches, hip stretches, anything, go ahead, do it. But we didn't take a whole heck of a long time to cool down there. So I totally encourage you to take Shavasana on your belly here, because it's a much more grounding variation. It's one you see a lot in my class because I tend to not give a lot of time to wind down, but it's a super grounding variation. Just close your eyes here as your breath becomes natural and easy, slowing down your heart rate, beginning to let your thoughts drift away as you begin to melt here on your mat. And this is where I leave you. I hope you enjoyed class. I hope you enjoyed playing. I hope you have fun on your handstand adventure. And please stay here in your final Shavasana for as long as you want or need to, taking time at the end to slowly return movement back into your body. And offer yourself up gratitude for today's practice. As always, it was an honor to teach, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Namaste.